Success isn't the result of luck, it's the outcome of disciplined habits shaped by a winning mindset. While some people seem to attract success with ease, it's not due to fortune. It's because they've cultivated routines, thoughts, and behaviors that align with their vision. Every successful individual follows a pattern. They prioritize growth, act with discipline, and remain steadfast even when faced with obstacles. Conversely, those who struggle often fall prey to procrastination, self-doubt, or inconsistency. The real difference isn't talent or intelligence, it's the seemingly small daily choices that build over time. To draw success into your life, begin with your mindset. Build productive habits. Stay close to positive influences and take purposeful action every single day. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you become. When your habits match your vision, success comes naturally. These principles shape you into someone who attracts success. Who you become determines your destiny. Each day, you are molding the person you are becoming. Your choices, your habits, and your thoughts are the brushes, and life is your canvas. The question is, are you painting a masterpiece or letting life sketch something unrecognizable? Success isn't just external. It's a reflection of who you are. Your thoughts, your actions, your posture. These shape what you invite into your life. The world mirrors your energy. So if you desire greatness, it must be born within you. It all starts with mindset, discipline, and deliberate actions. Every decision, no matter how small, lays the foundation for your future self. Consider those who naturally earn respect. Have you ever encountered someone who radiates confidence, purpose, and focus? They don't need to shout or seek attention. Their presence speaks for itself. This isn't luck, it's the reward of internal work. It's the decision to grow, to reject mediocrity, and to forge an identity of ambition and strength. They shape themselves into people worthy of success, and so, success followed. Edwin C. Barnes had an unwavering dream to work with the great inventor, Thomas Edison. He had no money, no connections, and no credentials. But he saw himself as Edison's partner long before anyone else did. Unlike those who wait for opportunities, Barnes created his by taking action. Lacking the funds to travel to Edison's New Jersey office, he rode a freight train with nothing but belief in himself. When he arrived, he boldly declared his intent not to be employed, but to become Edison's business partner. Though not yet in that role, Barnes thought, spoke, and acted as if he already were. Edison recognized his resolve and gave him a minor job. Most would have quit, but Barnes persisted, proving his value daily. Eventually, Edison needed someone to sell his new dictating machine. Barnes seized the opportunity with absolute confidence and became the exclusive distributor. That single decision made him a wealthy man and Edison's trusted partner, just as he had imagined. Henry Ford, one of the most influential industrialists of his time, also knew failure well. He created 2 car companies that collapsed before finally establishing the Ford Motor Company in 1903. At a time when cars were luxury items, Ford envisioned vehicles affordable for the average person. His unshakable belief in mass production, efficiency, and innovation revolutionized the industry. Even during the Great Depression of the 1930, says Ford's persistence, vision, and resilience kept him ahead. His mindset was clear. A man's success is determined by his belief, not his setbacks. So ask yourself, who must you become to achieve your desired success? The answer isn't in pretending to be someone else. It lies in aligning your identity with your vision. If you want wealth, adopt the thinking of someone who creates it. If you seek influence, develop the mindset and behavior of a leader. Success isn't far off. It's the inevitable result of becoming someone who earns it. There's a reason some attract opportunity effortlessly while others struggle. It all comes down to identity. Your identity forms your beliefs, and your beliefs drive your actions. When your identity shifts to match the life you want, you act with certainty, not desperation. You walk with purpose, and the world takes note. Too many chase success only to feel burnt out and unfulfilled. Why? Because success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract. by becoming the person who embodies it. It's not about chasing money, power, or fame. It's about becoming someone who deserves those things. Your life is your masterpiece, and every day you hold the brush. Will you create something magnificent, or let life scribble your story? The choice is yours. Start crafting your identity now, and watch how success begins to follow in extraordinary ways. 2. Setting goals with clarity and purpose is essential. Success isn't accidental. It's intentional. It's designed. It's built methodically through clear vision and strategic action. It's not the product of hope. It's the result of deliberate effort. Most people react to life instead of creating it. They drift, wishing success will find them. But here's the truth. If you don't define what you want, the world will do it for you, and likely not in your favor. Life doesn't randomly hand out success. It rewards those who command their destiny. All successful people set precise and meaningful goals. But not just any goals. Specific, measurable, and emotionally driven ones. When your goals align with your deepest values and life's purpose, they become a force pulling you forward, even on the hardest days. Goals can't be vague dreams. They must be clear targets guiding your daily actions. Let's be real. Vague goals don't work. Saying, "I want to be successful," means nothing. Define it. What does success look like for you? Is it financial freedom? Mastery of a craft? Leading a movement? Precision fuels power. The clearer you are, the more focused your actions become. And here's a vital step. Success loves structure. Without milestones, good intentions fade into nothing. But remember, goal setting isn't enough. Execution is everything. Your goals should both challenge and excite you. They should stretch your limits, because comfort never breeds growth. Those who stay stagnant never taste greatness. And keep this in mind. Goals without action are just dreams. The only difference between dreamers and achievers is execution. Look at history's top achievers. They didn't sit around waiting. They planned with purpose, acted relentlessly, and adjusted along the way. Thomas Edison tested thousands of ideas before inventing the light bulb. Henry Ford revolutionized an entire industry through endless refinement. These pioneers didn't stumble upon success. They built it with vision, with grit, with persistence. Consistency is the secret. Tiny daily actions compound into extraordinary outcomes. You don't summit a mountain in one leap. You do it one step at a time. Every move you make should bring you closer to your dream, even when progress is slow. Discipline and commitment will drive you forward. Success isn't reserved for the lucky. It belongs to those who define a vision, craft a plan, and execute with resolve. Define your goals now. Take bold action. Own your future. Success doesn't wait. It's built. Start today. 3. Transforming setbacks into comebacks. Life will challenge you. Count on it. But here's the truth. Your success isn't determined by how often you fall. It's shaped by how fiercely you rise. Resilience is the defining trait that separates winners from quitters. It's the inner fire that keeps you moving despite failures, disappointments, and pain. The path to success is lined with obstacles, but they aren't there to stop you. They exist to strengthen you. The key? Redefine failure. It's not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every setback holds a lesson. Every struggle is a stepping stone. Every time life knocks you down, you face a choice. Stay down or rise stronger. History is full of those who turn trials into triumphs. Abraham Lincoln lost elections and endured deep personal loss before becoming one of America's greatest leaders. So how do you build resilience? You train your mind to see struggle as fuel, not defeat. When life gets hard, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What's the lesson?" The quicker you learn, the faster you advance. Mental toughness is essential. Resilient people don't get stuck in failure. They analyze, adapt, and move forward. They control how they respond, refusing to let outside forces dictate their inner world. This mindset is what keeps them going when others give up. Growth demands discomfort. When you stretch your limits and walk into the unknown, you forge a rock-solid foundation. The highest achievements belong to those willing to endure hardship. Your ability to bounce back is your hidden power. Develop it and you'll become unstoppable. The most resilient aren't those who never fail, they're those who never quit. They know failure is temporary, but giving up makes it permanent. So when life brings you down, remember this: success doesn't depend on how you fall, it depends on how you rise. Avoiding hardships? That's not the point. Conquering them is. Rise up, brush off the dust, and press on, because each step you take after a setback is a stride toward triumph. Resilience isn't merely a trait, it's a lifestyle. Master it, and you become unbreakable. 4. The unshakable power of self-belief. Before the world can believe in you, you must first believe in yourself. Self-belief is the cornerstone of every great accomplishment. It's the quiet force that compels people to overcome the impossible, to transcend limitations, and to seize the life they envision. The harshest barriers in life aren't external, they're internal. Doubt, fear, and the voice that tells you you're not enough. These are the true foes of greatness. If you lack faith in yourself, no one else will supply it. But when you do, you become unstoppable. Reflect on a moment when you hesitated, when you questioned your worth. Was that hesitation rooted in truth, or was it fear? Most self-doubt isn't real. It's a reflex born of past wounds, criticism, or the fear of stepping into the unknown. But here's the empowering truth. Belief is a decision. You forge it, just like muscle, through repetition. Each time you act despite fear, each time you conquer adversity, your self-belief grows stronger. Begin with achievable goals. Win small, then remember those wins. History honors those who triumphed simply because they believed in themselves when no one else did. Walt Disney was dismissed as uncreative before building an empire. Henry Ford was mocked for his vision of accessible cars, yet he changed the world. The Wright brothers were laughed at for dreaming of flight, but they soared because they never stopped believing. Confidence isn't handed out, it's earned. And once you fully believe in yourself, the world reflects that certainty. Doors open, chances appear, success is drawn to you. People naturally follow those who are sure of themselves, who walk with intent, who trust in their own gifts. But remember, self-belief isn't arrogance or blind positivity. It's knowing your value, honing your abilities, and acting decisively. It's quieting the critic inside and replacing hesitation with conviction. Even when you fall, belief helps you rise, wiser, stronger. What separates the achievers from the average isn't luck or talent. It's daring to believe when everything says not to. Every success begins with someone who decided they could long before they did. So choose to believe, not later, not when the timing's perfect, but now, because the sooner you do, the faster success follows. It starts with a mindset, a conviction that you're capable of anything you pursue. Success doesn't belong to those waiting for validation. It belongs to those who validate themselves. Stand tall. Trust in your own potential. Walk forward in unshakable faith. Because when you truly believe, you become a force the world can't stop. 5. The key that unlocks every door. If success had a hidden weapon, it wouldn't be talent, luck, or even intellect. It would be discipline. Discipline is the power to do what must be done even when you don't feel like it. That's what sets the successful apart from the rest. Most people wait for motivation. They think, I'll start when I'm ready. But readiness is an illusion. If you act only when you feel like it, you'll never stay consistent because motivation fades. Some days you'll be inspired, some days you won't. That's where discipline matters most. Discipline is the bridge between your vision and your outcome. It's what separates dreamers from doers. Just look at the best in any domain. Athletes train when they're tired. Entrepreneurs grind in silence. Writers write even when uninspired. They all grasp this truth. Success stems from daily effort, not random spurts of inspiration. Their edge isn't in always wanting to work, it's in working anyway. They don't chase the perfect mood or flawless conditions. They show up daily. They do the work. Discipline is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more powerful it becomes. And just like with physical strength, it grows only through consistency. You don't need a total life overhaul. Start with one habit. Get up on time. Follow through on promises. Stick to your schedule. These small daily acts build up over time, creating unstoppable momentum. Over weeks, months, years, they become life-altering. Think of discipline as the foundation under every success story. Without it, even the smartest plans collapse. A great idea is worthless if you can't execute it. A brilliant dream dies without effort. Talent is outworked by consistency. And the only way to ensure hard work? Build discipline. Ask yourself, do your habits match your goals? If not, change them. Success isn't about what you do sometimes, it's about what you do daily. Your choices today define the life you'll live tomorrow. When you learn to act without needing to feel like it, you become unstoppable. The path to greatness is long, often draining. There will be days you'll want to quit, moments when progress feels invisible, but discipline pulls you through. When motivation vanishes, discipline remains. It keeps you moving. Begin now. Train your discipline like you'd train your body, because over time, your consistency will shape your future. In the end, success belongs to those who show up, who push forward, and who never stop doing the work. 6. The art of continuous learning and adaptability. The world is shifting faster than ever. What worked yesterday may fail today. The people who thrive aren't those who resist change. They're those who embrace it. They are lifelong learners, ever evolving. In a world of constant motion, adaptability is the greatest edge. Knowledge is power, but only when it's used. Reading alone won't transform your life. Applying what you read will. Attending a seminar won't change you, but acting on what you learn will. Growth is not passive. It demands effort, courage, and the will to step beyond comfort. True learning isn't about hoarding facts. It's about using them to improve, to innovate, to advance. And the real secret? Learning isn't just about information. It's about adaptation. It's the openness to fresh ideas, new perspectives, and novel solutions. The moment you think you know it all, you stop growing. And once growth halts, decline begins. The world won't pause for you, so you can't pause for it. The greatest thinkers, leaders, and creators are forever students of life. They know wisdom doesn't mean having every answer. It means always seeking better ones. Picture it this way. Your mind is a blade. Leave it untouched and it dulls. A dull blade won't cut through new problems. Successful people understand that personal growth isn't a phase, it's a practice. It's the daily sharpening of thought, the steady honing of skill, and the continuous fight to stay relevant. Ask yourself, what are you learning today that will improve you tomorrow? Are you reading content that challenges your views? Talking with people who expand your mind? Are you applying your knowledge or just collecting it? The gap between those who grow and those who don't is execution. Feed your mind daily. Read, listen, reflect, and above all, act. Because knowledge without action is potential. Knowledge in action, that's power. That's progress. That's real success. The world will change, with or without you. The real question is, will you evolve with it? Will you learn, shift, and grow, or stay stuck, clinging to the old in a world that's new? The choice is always yours. Embrace the journey of learning. Take action, stay curious, because in a world that won't slow down, the only way to rise is to keep learning, keep adapting, and keep forging ahead. 7. Your circle defines you. Look at the people around you. They're either lifting you higher or dragging you lower. Success isn't just about what you do, it's also about who you're with. Your circle shapes your habits, your thinking, and your future. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. When you're surrounded by winners, ambition becomes second nature. But if you're surrounded by complainers, mediocrity starts to feel safe. Energy is contagious, both the positive and the negative. Spend too much time around those who settle, and soon you'll start settling too. But spend time with people who demand more of themselves, and you'll naturally rise to meet that standard. High achievers protect their inner circle. They align themselves with those who inspire, challenge, and elevate them. They seek mentors, connect with go-getters, and distance themselves from toxic energy. This isn't selfish, it's smart. Every conversation you have, every interaction you engage in, is either moving you forward or pulling you back. The most successful people in any field understand that time and energy are their most precious resources, and they invest them with care. Ask yourself, who are you sharing your time with? Are they helping you grow or holding you back? Do they lift you higher or validate your doubts and excuses? Your circle should be filled with people who expand your mind, open doors, and inspire your best self. This doesn't mean cutting people off just to feel superior, but it does mean being intentional about who gains access to your time and energy. Sometimes, stepping away from certain relationships is necessary for your evolution. You don't owe anyone your stagnation. You owe yourself progress. Surround yourself with those who live the values you admire. Learn from those who have achieved what you aspire to. Stay close to people who push you beyond your comfort zone, because that's where real growth begins. Seek mentors who've already walked the road ahead and can guide your steps. Build relationships with those who celebrate your wins and fuel your rise from setbacks. Your circle defines the conversations you have, the expectations you set, and the boundaries you break. If you want to elevate your life, start by elevating those around you. Choose wisely, because the people in your life don't just influence your thoughts, they shape your destiny. 8. Shifting from scarcity to abundance. Success is rooted not only in ability, but in mindset. How you view the world determines what you draw into your life. Your perspective on opportunity, adversity, and growth shapes whether you transcend your circumstances or remain bound by them. Mindset is the lens through which reality is filtered. It drives your decisions, fuels your habits, and defines your results. A scarcity mindset whispers there's not enough. That someone else's win means your loss. It breeds fear, envy, and resistance. Those trapped in scarcity see success as limited and fear failure more than they crave victory. They hold back, avoid risks, and resist collaboration, believing that helping others means losing ground themselves. This way of thinking becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Believing in limits makes them real, but an abundance mindset sees a world rich with possibility. When others succeed, it's proof that success is attainable. Abundance thinkers don't see rivals. They see teachers, allies, and sources of insight. They embrace growth, value learning, and spot opportunities others overlook. The real divide between the successful and the stagnant isn't luck or access, it's perspective. High performers turn setbacks into springboards. They don't ask, why me? They ask, what can I learn from this? That shift transforms failure into fuel. Resilience becomes their superpower. You become what you focus on. Focus on lack, and you'll see more lack. Focus on solutions, and they'll appear. Your brain reinforces your dominant beliefs, filtering the world through them. If you tell yourself you're unlucky or incapable, your actions will reflect it. But if you choose to believe in possibility and progress, your behavior aligns with those beliefs, and doors will open where you once saw walls. Cultivating abundance is a daily choice. Reframe negativity. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, ask how you can. Instead of thinking, I'll never measure up, remind yourself, if they did it, so can I. Surround yourself with those who stretch your vision. Read, listen, and think expansively. 9. The role of passion and purpose in achieving success. Passion ignites success, but purpose steers it. The most accomplished individuals aren't chasing money or applause. They're fueled by something deeper. They carry a vision that surpasses self-interest, a mission that fuels resilience, a reason that keeps them pressing forward when times get tough. Passion is the emotional engine. It gets you out of bed early, keeps you working late, and fuels your commitment. It brings enthusiasm, drive, and meaning to the grind. But without direction, passion can burn out. That's where purpose comes in. Purpose is the compass that ensures your energy is channeled with intention. It's the why behind your effort. When you have purpose, your work becomes more than a paycheck. It becomes a legacy. It delivers clarity, persistence, and deeper fulfillment. Purpose transforms passion into a force that is not only powerful, but sustainable. When passion aligns with purpose, you create unstoppable momentum. You don't rely on fleeting motivation. You're anchored in conviction. The combination makes hard work rewarding, turns struggle into progress, and transforms setbacks into stepping stones. You become unshakable. Because you're not chasing empty success, you're pursuing what truly matters. But let's be clear, passion alone isn't enough. Many people are passionate, but lack direction, structure, or action. Passion must be paired with discipline, planning, and execution. Without action, passion is just a fantasy. Without follow-through, purpose is just an idea. Success arrives when you commit to the work, even when the spark dims. It means showing up through the boredom, the struggle, the slow seasons. It's not built on bursts of excitement, but on consistent, focused effort. That means setting clear goals, sharpening your skills, and taking smart risks. It means growing from failure, adjusting through adversity, and pressing forward when nothing seems to work. Discover what lights you up. Find what brings your life deeper meaning. Passion is your spark, but purpose is the foundation that keeps your fire lit. Lean into what you're drawn to. Solve problems that move you. Then master your craft, stay disciplined, and take bold action every day. Because when passion meets purpose, success is no longer a question of if, but those who change the world are not the loudest dreamers, but the most committed doers. Align passion with purpose. Stay consistent, and success becomes inevitable. 10. The bridge between dreams and reality. You can have the sharpest mindset, the biggest dreams, and the strongest network, but if you don't take action, it means nothing. Success doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. It's built on bold, consistent action every single day. Too many people delay. They wait for the perfect time, the ideal circumstances, the right mood, but perfection never arrives. The right moment is now. The line between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Achievers take action, even when they're unsure, unready, or afraid. They start before they have all the answers. They stumble, adapt, and keep going. If you want success, stop waiting, stop overanalyzing, start moving, because in the end, success belongs to the doers, not the dreamers. Everything you want is already within reach. But the real question is, are you willing to become the kind of person who attracts it? Success isn't luck. It isn't about privilege. It's built on mindset, self-discipline, resilience, and daily effort. It's about choosing, again and again, to grow, evolve, and take ownership of your future. You don't need permission. You don't need someone else's approval. You already have what you need. What remains is action. So, what will you do today? What step will you take? What habit will you form? Because the life you want isn't hiding from you. It's waiting to be built. Now go. Become the kind of person who doesn't just wish for success, but earns it.